Have you ever wondered why Japanese maisons des japonaises sont toujours impeccables, even with their busy lives? Et si je vous disais qu'il existe un secret matinal qu'elles pratiquent depuis des générations et qui peut transformer radicalement l'organisation de votre foyer? Dans cette vidéo, vous découvrirez 8 habitudes simples que ces femmes adoptent dès le matin et qui permettent de garder la maison bien rangée tout au long de la journée. These are not complicated tricks or methods that require hours of your time. These are ancient practices that have become part of the daily routine and that make all the difference. If you're one of those people who spends the day chasing after messes, who feels overwhelmed by cleaning, or who simply can't keep your house tidy for more than a few hours, this video is just for you. I'll show you how to turn the first few minutes of your day into a powerful organizing tool. The consequences of not implementing these practices: you will continue to waste precious time looking for things, stressing about the clutter, and wasting energy that could be directed to more important things in your life. But if you stick with it, you will discover the last habit that is considered the most powerful of all, and that can completely change your relationship with your home. Tip 1. The 5-minute cleanse. As soon as you wake up, even before you have breakfast, spend just 5 minutes doing a quick and strategic cleaning. This is one of the fundamental pillars that keeps your home looking presentable, regardless of how many people live with you or how busy your routine is. The problem that this practice solves is that daily accumulation of small disorders that at the end of the day turn into a mountain of tasks. Do you know when you get home and feel like you need hours to put everything in order? This happens because we let small problems accumulate throughout the day. To put this into practice, choose a specific area of your home each morning. Monday could be the living room, Tuesday the kitchen, Wednesday the master bathroom, and so on. During these 5 minutes, focus only on putting away misplaced items, cleaning visible surfaces, and organizing basic items. For example, if today is kitchen day, put away any utensils that were left in the drainer, clean the countertop, and organize any spices that are scattered around. The key is consistency, not intensity. Just 5 minutes a day has an amazing cumulative effect. You'll find that your home will never be a complete mess again because you're always doing preventive maintenance. Plus, when you come home after a long day, you'll find an organized space that welcomes you with peace of mind rather than more stress. This sense of control over your home environment brings a sense of peace of mind that spills over into every other area of your life. Tip 2. The perfect bed ritual. Making your bed impeccably in the first few minutes of the day is much more than just an aesthetic issue. It is an act that programs your mind to be organized and creates a positive domino effect that spreads throughout the house, throughout the day. Many people underestimate the psychological power of a well-made bed. The problem it solves goes beyond the appearance of the room. An unmade bed sends subconscious signals of sloppiness to our brains, making it easier to accept other messy areas of the house. It's like a mental trigger that allows clutter. The correct technique involves more than just pulling the blanket. First, stretch the bottom sheet out, smoothing out any wrinkles. Then pull the top sheet and blanket together, creating a smooth, even surface. Fold the top of the blanket over the sheet, creating a clean edge. Finally, arrange the pillows symmetrically and add decorative pillows if you have them. This entire process should take no more than 3 minutes. The immediate result is a bedroom that exudes serenity and order. But the benefits go far beyond that. Studies show that people who make their beds regularly are more likely to maintain other organizational habits throughout the day. It's as if your brain interprets this first morning accomplishment as a signal that today will be a productive and organized day. You'll also notice that you come home feeling more motivated to keep the rest of your house in order because you've already started the day with an organizational victory. Tip 3. The clean path strategy. Before you leave your home, take 2 minutes to create a clear visual path from the front door to the main rooms. This age-old technique will completely transform the way you and your visitors perceive the space, even if other areas still need attention. The main problem this solves is the feeling of total chaos we get when we come home and find objects scattered around the main passages. Our brains quickly process these circulation spaces, and if they are disorganized, we create an overall impression of mess, even if the rest of the house is relatively tidy. To put this into practice, identify the path you take most often in your home. This is usually from the front door to the kitchen or from the front door to the living room. During these 2 minutes in the morning, remove any objects that are on the floor, side tables, or surfaces along this path. Shoes should go back to the shoe rack, mail should go to its designated place, and clothes should be put away in their proper place. If something doesn't have a specific place, temporarily put it in a storage basket that you can empty later. The transformation is immediate and impressive. When you return home, you are greeted by a sense of spaciousness and organization that instantly calms the mind. Visitors will also immediately notice that you are an organized person, even if they don't see other rooms. In addition, keeping these pathways clean makes it easier to move around during the day and prevents accidents, especially important if you have children or elderly people at home. Before continuing with the next tip, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any organization tips. Also, take the opportunity to comment where you're watching from. I love knowing what city you're from. Now let's move on to the next strategy, which is one of my favorites. Tip 4, the one thing at a time system. Every time you get up in the morning, carry at least one item that is out of place back to its correct location. This simple habit, practiced consistently, completely eliminates the accumulation of misplaced objects that bother us so much at the end of the day. The big problem we face is the gradual accumulation of small clutter. A mug on the coffee table, a magazine on the couch, a coat on the kitchen chair. Individually, these are small things, but collectively they create a constant feeling of clutter and household chores that weigh on our minds. The practical application is surprisingly simple. Every time you get up to go to the bathroom, get something from the kitchen, or move around the house during your morning routine, check to see if there is an object nearby that you can put away along the way. For example, if you're walking from the living room to the kitchen and see a mug on the coffee table, take it with you. If you're walking up the stairs and notice an item of clothing on the banister, carry it to the bedroom. There's no need to take long detours. Just take advantage of the movements you're already making. The cumulative result is extraordinary. After just 1 week of practicing this habit, you will notice that you rarely find objects scattered around your home because they are constantly being relocated to their correct places. This creates a sense of fluidity and harmony in your home environment. In addition, you will naturally develop greater spatial awareness, automatically noticing when something is out of place. It is as if your home develops an immune system against clutter, constantly correcting itself through its natural movements. Tip 5, the 15 object rule. Before you start any morning activity, identify 15 objects that are out of place and put them back in their correct positions. This specific numerically defined practice creates a clear routine that your brain can easily process, turning organization into an automatic habit. The problem this solves is the tendency to procrastinate on decluttering because it feels like a huge, undefined task. When we look at a messy home, our brains are overwhelmed by the number of decisions it has to make about where to put everything. Setting a specific number makes the task concrete and achievable. To apply it correctly, visually scan your home and identify exactly 15 items that are out of place. This could be a mug on the coffee table, a book on the couch, a remote control in the kitchen, clothes on chairs, shoes scattered around, documents on the dining table. Count each one in your mind until you reach 15. Then dedicate yourself exclusively to putting these items back in their correct places. Don't get distracted by other cleaning tasks. Focus solely on relocating these specific 15 objects. The power of this technique lies in its precision and the sense of accomplishment it provides. 15 objects is enough to make a significant visual difference to a room, but not so many that it becomes overwhelming. You'll find that you can complete this task in 5 to 10 minutes, depending on where the objects need to be stored. The result is an immediate, visible transformation of the space, which gives you a sense of control and progress. Over time, you'll notice that you find fewer and fewer objects out of place because you're constantly keeping your home organized through this systematic practice. Tip 6. The empty surface. Method: choose a specific surface in your home each morning and leave it completely free of unnecessary objects. This could be the coffee table in your living room, the kitchen counter, the desk in your office, or the dresser in your bedroom. This technique creates visual breathing spaces that completely transform the perception of how organized your space is. The problem we face is that horizontal surfaces act as magnets for various objects. Coffee tables accumulate remote controls, magazines, glasses, and snacks. Kitchen counters become a repository for mail, keys, medicines, and utensils. These loaded surfaces create a visual sensation of chaos, even when the rest of the space is relatively organized. The right practice involves strategically choosing which surface to clean each day of the week. Monday might be your coffee table, Tuesday your kitchen counter, and Wednesday your hallway sideboard. Remove all objects from the chosen surface, clean it thoroughly, and replace only the items that truly belong there. For example, your coffee table might only have a remote control and perhaps a book you're reading. Your kitchen counter might only have the appliances you use daily. The visual impact is immediate and disproportionate to the effort invested. A single clean and organized surface serves as a visual anchor that elevates the perception of the entire environment. It is as if that area acts as an example for the rest of the space, creating a sense of order that radiates. In addition, having free surfaces makes daily tasks much easier because you always have space available to temporarily place objects or carry out activities. Gradually, you will develop the habit of always keeping these surfaces clean because you will notice how much difference they make in the harmony of the environment. Tip 7. The 3-point technique. Identify 3 strategic points in your home that are naturally visible to anyone who enters the space and make sure they are always spotless. These are usually the main entrance, the living room, and the kitchen, but this may vary depending on the layout of your home. The problem is that we tend to focus equally on all the spaces in our home, spreading our organizational energy inefficiently. This results in mediocre organization everywhere, rather than points of excellence that truly impact the overall perception of the space. Our brains form quick impressions based on the first spaces they observe. To implement it correctly, do an exercise of entering your home as if you were a visitor. What are the first 3 rooms that naturally catch your eye? Write down these places and, every morning, pay special attention to make sure they are perfect. In the entryway, make sure there are no shoes scattered around, no mail piled up, and no objects on the floor. In the living room, organize couch cushions, put away remote controls, and remove any items that don't belong there. In the kitchen, leave the countertop free, the sink free of dishes, and the appliances aligned. The result is an overall impression of a tidy home, even if other rooms still need attention. This is especially valuable when you have unexpected guests or when you come home tired after a long day. These 3 anchor points serve as pillars of organization that support a positive perception of the entire space. Over time, you'll notice that you naturally start to keep other spaces organized as well, because you develop a mental standard of excellence that gradually expands to the entire home. It's a smart strategy that maximizes organizational impact with targeted effort. Tip 8. The ritual of preparing for tomorrow. Before you finish your morning routine, take 5 minutes to prepare 3 essential items for the next day. Lay out your clothes, organize the items you'll need to bring, and prepare something related to the next day's breakfast. This habit eliminates morning stress and keeps your organization in a virtuous cycle. The problem this solves is the desperate rush of the following mornings, when we wake up at the last minute and start throwing objects around the house in a rush to get ready. Clothes are thrown on the bed, drawers are open, items are scattered around the room, and the kitchen is in a state of chaos after a rushed breakfast. The practical application is systematic and quick. First, choose and completely separate the next day's clothes, including underwear, accessories, and shoes. Leave everything in a specific place. It could be a chair in the bedroom or even hanging on the closet door. Second, organize on a tray or designated place all the items you will need to take the next day: keys, wallet, documents, medicines, glasses. Third, leave something ready for breakfast. It could be the table set, separated ingredients, or even the coffee machine programmed. The benefits multiply exponentially. The next day, you wake up to a fluid, stress-free morning where everything you need is already organized and accessible. This saves your mental energy for more important decisions and keeps your home organized because you don't have to rummage through drawers and closets looking for things. Plus, ending the day with this preparation creates a sense of control and planning that positively influences the quality of your sleep. It's as if you go to sleep knowing that you've already taken care of your future self, creating a cycle of self-care that is reflected in the constant organization of your home. Before I move on to the next tip, I want to tell you about something special I prepared for those who want to go beyond this video. It's a complete guide with organization secrets that completely transformed my home and can transform yours too. The link is in the pinned comment, and for a limited time, I'm offering a special discount for channel subscribers. Now let's continue with the next tips, which are some of my favorites. Tip 9. The morning-night reset strategy. Every morning, take 3 minutes to clear out any small clutter that accumulated overnight. This includes rearranging couch cushions, folding throws, putting away items that were used the night before, and returning items to their original places. The problem is that we naturally relax at night and leave little things out of place. A blanket on the couch, crumpled pillows, remote controls scattered around, glasses and plates that we used for a late night snack. These little clutters accumulate, and when we wake up, our house already looks messy, affecting our mood and disposition. To effectively apply this, take a quick walk through the rooms that were used the night before. These are usually the living room, kitchen, and sometimes the bedroom. In the living room, arrange pillows, fold and store blankets, organize remote controls in the correct place, and remove any items that don't belong there. In the kitchen, wash or put away any dishes that may have been left in the sink. Quickly wipe down the countertop and organize appliances. In the bedroom, make the bed and put away clothes that may have been left on chairs. The result is a morning that starts with positive energy and a feeling of renewal. It's as if your home has been rebooted overnight and is ready for a new day of possibilities. This morning reset also prevents small clutter from accumulating throughout the week, maintaining a consistent pattern of organization. You'll find that you naturally develop more organized nighttime habits because you know you'll have to deal with the consequences the next morning. It's a smart way to create personal accountability and keep your home looking presentable. Tip 10. The 5-category system. The final and most powerful strategy involves quickly categorizing all misplaced items into 5 specific groups: trash, donation, relocation, cleaning, and decision later. This mental classification tremendously speeds up the decluttering process and eliminates the decision paralysis that keeps us from taking action. The biggest obstacle to keeping your home organized is the overwhelming amount of decisions you have to make about each individual item. Your brain spends mental energy trying to decide what to do with each item, resulting in procrastination and clutter. This categorization simplifies the process and makes decisions automatic. The practical application works like this. When you find any object out of place, mentally classify it into one of 5 categories. Trash are items that should be discarded immediately, such as old papers, empty packaging, or broken objects. Donate our items in good condition that you no longer use. Relocate our items that belong somewhere else in the house. Clean up our items that need to be washed or sanitized before being stored. Decide later are items that you are not immediately sure what to do with. During your 5 minutes of morning decluttering, process each category systematically. Immediately dispose of trash, place items for donation in a designated box, relocate items to their proper places, take dirty items to the wash, and leave items that require a later decision in a designated place to review later in the week. This systematic approach completely eliminates decision paralysis and greatly speeds up the decluttering process. Over time, you'll develop an impressive speed at categorizing and processing items, making decluttering an almost automatic skill that keeps your home constantly in order. These 8 morning strategies may seem simple, but together they create a powerful system that can completely transform the organization of your home. The key isn't to do everything perfectly from day one, but to pick 2 or 3 of these practices and gradually incorporate them into your morning routine. Remember that every small organizational habit you develop in the morning multiplies throughout the day. It's like planting seeds of order that grow and spread throughout your home, creating an environment that welcomes you with peace of mind rather than added stress. The transformation doesn't happen overnight, but you'll start to notice significant differences within the first week. Your home will naturally become more organized, you'll save time searching for things, and you'll develop a sense of control over your home environment that will positively affect other areas of your life. So here's my challenge to you. Choose 3 of these strategies that made the most sense for your reality and practice them for the next 7 days. Then come back here and tell me in the comments what was the most surprising transformation you noticed in your home. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe now and turn on notifications so you don't miss any organizational tips that can change your home life. And tell me in the comments, which of these 8 strategies will you start applying tomorrow morning?